lesson. This is something that a lot of people really fear. The main reasons is because they either have never done one before or they are not confident in doing one, and so they fear it. I'm here to tell you that it is normal, that you could be a little bit scared or nervous, but we are going to diminish that fear by A, showing exactly how to prepare for a demo, and B, giving you all the techniques and insight to enhance your demonstration performance. Most people are nervous during the demonstration lessons, even me, so it's just about really preparing well beforehand, so during you can manage your nerves better and perform the best to your abilities. The demonstration performance is crucial because it ultimately decides what rate per hour you will receive. So if there is one thing to pay attention to and to nail in this process, then it's this. I will go into all the things you need to know about the demonstration lesson and how to enhance yours to increase your rate per hour. So your rate per hour is dependent on a few things such as your experience, your qualifications, but mostly it is dependent on this demonstration performance. If you do an average demo and you don't know what you're doing and you lack the confidence in teaching the lesson, you will either fail or you will fall on the lower side of the pay spectrum, which is around $10 per hour. If you prepare solidly, go all out in your demonstration and blow them away, then you can increase your rate per hour by a good $4 to $5. So in this section, I'm going to show you how you can nail your demonstration lesson. I will provide you with all the techniques that you can employ to impress the recruiter on the other side. Below this video, I have attached a demonstration lesson example that I have simulated myself. I have used all the techniques and tips within this demo class, and it will just show you what a great demo would be. Watch this before doing a demo and incorporate the same techniques and you should be good to go. So let's have a quick run through of how the demo will go. The instructor will invite you to do a 15 to 30-minute demo class. They will email you the lesson material to prepare beforehand and they will schedule a time with you. They will then tell you the age of the student. If they do not do this, you are welcome to ask them, as this will help you define how you teach this lesson. They will then tell you that you must likely teach the demonstration lesson on their own platform and software to see how you integrate the platform whilst teaching. You will then do the demonstration class with the recruiter and they will tell you if you have failed or passed, as well as any suggestions and feedback that they have for you to improve. If this is the only demo you must do, they will then give you an offer with a rate per hour. Sometimes there is a second demo, just to showcase that you have absorbed their suggestions and applied them. And don't feel compelled to accept the offer immediately. If you aren't happy with it, then you can say thank you and that you're going to take a bit of time to think about it and you will email them back tomorrow. Demo prep. So this is what you need to do before the demo. When you get sent your lesson material, you need to go through this material once, fully. Get a feel for the lesson objectives and how the lesson can flow. Then, go through each page with a pen and map out exactly how you will teach it. If you need a script, literally write down the script of what you will say on each page. Do this for the entire lesson. If there is target vocabulary, this is the time for you to get a permanent marker and some colored paper and make flashcards for each word. If the vocabulary is a noun like a book, chair, mum, dad, house, dog, cat, then go even further and print picture cards. So print out pictures and you can test if they know the word by showing them the picture. If the age of your student is 5 and the lesson is a beginner lesson, then grab a fun toy and integrate it in your demo. Make sure to practice this demo as if you were doing it for real, once, twice, or however many times you need to feel comfortable. Make sure you've prepared well enough and know how you will teach each slide. This is something that's very important too. If they have given you access to their platform to teach the demo on, then you must practice on this platform. Figure out how everything works, figure out how to upload a lesson, figure out how to select a pen. If you can show them that you have preps on the platform and you can show off a bit with using the tools to teach the lesson, this is always going to impress the recruiter. Demo mode. Once the instructor has said the demo has started, you will go into full demo mode and pretend that the instructor is a student, either a young child or a beginner adult. You will then simulate a real-life lesson with a real student, and you will show how you will teach this lesson. Now, don't hold back here because it's not a real student. You have to envision that it is a real-life class and that you must teach it with all your heart. Sometimes the demonstration lessons are done with an actual student and then recorded and watched back by a recruiter. This can sometimes be easier as it feels more natural to teach an actual student than teaching a recruiter who's pretending to be a student and is actually just grading you. But it's up to the company whether they use a recruiter or a real student in these demonstration classes. So this is how it should go. First things first. You need to wave and introduce yourself in a warm and very friendly way. Hi, I'm Teacher Michelle. What's your name? Ah, nice to meet you, Sarah. How old are you? That's great! Are you ready to learn English with me today? Yay! Let's go! Secondly, you would introduce the lesson objectives for the class. Today, we are going to learn A and B, and we will read a story. Or, for an adult, today we are going to discuss how to order food from a restaurant using these key words. So make sure the lesson objectives are clear from the beginning for the student. Then during the lesson, you will need to teach each page or each slide exactly how you practiced it. Make sure to check the student's understanding with every single page. You must always correct the student immediately on errors that they have made with sentence structure or pronunciation. Get them to repeat the word correctly or to repeat the sentence correctly. You must also personalize the lesson and ask a few questions to the student themselves to initiate more student talking time. Then, at the end, you will do a recap on what you learned for the day. You would give lots of praise to the student for doing an excellent job. You would say thank you and that you hope to see them soon, and you'd wave goodbye. For example, today you learned apple, ant, big, bear. Can you repeat those for me? Apple, ant, big, bear. Well done, Sarah. You were great. Thank you. I hope to see you soon. Bye. These are things recruiters look at and score you on in your demonstration lesson. Number 1, you're welcome. Is it warm? Is it friendly? Does it engage the student and create a sense of rapport immediately? Number 2, your objectives. Are the lesson objectives clearly stated to the student? So does the student know exactly what he or she is going to learn that day? Your transitions. Do you move onto each slide or each page naturally? Or do you keep saying, okay, on to the next page? Click. Pace and timing. Do you manage time well per slide? Do you maintain a good pace and finish the lesson in the correct time? Speech. Do you speak clearly, concisely, and effectively for the student? CCQs, concept checking questions. Do you check the student understands what they have just read, every single slide? Personalization. Have you asked a few extra questions to the student to personalize the lesson and initiate some student talking time? Using the platform tools whilst during the demo is very important. And if you are teaching young learners, using TPR, body language, and a lot of facial expressions. Another thing they'll look for is praise and error correction. Do you immediately correct the students? And do you correct them in a nice, kind way? So, if you practice the lesson many times, plan out exactly how you will teach each page and ensure that you are friendly, positive, and welcoming from the get-go, that you deliver the key objectives of the lesson, that you speak slowly and clearly and give direct, simple instructions to the student throughout, that you ask personalized questions, that you ask concept checking questions throughout to make sure the student understands the material, to use the platform tools within the demo, like the pen or the highlighter, to use key cards and props and TPR if it's a demo for a young learner, to have effective error correction and show a lot of praise for the student, and to be enthusiastic and fun and engaging. Then you are going to increase your rate per hour without a doubt, because that is how you effectively teach a great ESL lesson online. Yes, demos are scary and they're nerve-wracking, especially if you've never done one before. But with sufficient preparation and with the knowledge I have told you, you are going to be so much more equipped to nail it. Watch my demonstration example video underneath this to see it live in action. Apply the techniques I have mentioned in this video and I have used in the demo, and you will absolutely secure yourself a higher rate per hour.